Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons on Codex. My name is Tim the Terrible. This guy over here is J Dubs. On the other side of me is Sal the Slab Guy. Down below is Kristen. Next to her with the long beard is Archdukevi. And on the other side of her is Dan the Man from Instagram. Welcome back to another awesome episode of role playing adventure and potential poisonings. It's
Yeah.
going to be amazing. It's going to be epic. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you are ready for some awesome content. Before we get started, we got to get some business out of the way. That'll take about a minute and a half. Give you guys a chance to get into your easy chairs and get comfortable. So, we are on all the socials. As always, all you got to do is type in at the Codex Station to find us on your favorite social media platforms and where we're live streaming right now. Jamie, we are on a new live streaming platform. What would that be?
Yes, we are on Kick streaming. So, hello everybody that is viewing right now. Thank you for joining us for the very first episode of D&D on Codex on Kick.
Absolutely. So definitely hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow so that way you can see more content like this all the time, every time. That neat little QR code right above Jamie, that is our Patreon. All you got to do is scan that with your phone or head over to patreon.com/the Codex Station for awesome exclusive content only available there. For the price of a small or large cup of Starbucks coffee, you can be a Patreon member for the Codex Station, and we would love to have you. So by all means, if you feel like it, go ahead and do it. Also, Kristen's drinking and wearing some of our merch right now. That is thecodexstation.com. You can head over there for all your Codex needs, get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. Bios are there, and you can get an awesome shirt like what she's got right now. Definitely go ahead and do that. So,
There's a surprise on the back.
it's got a beautiful face with a hefty beard who asks if that is Bagley art. I don't know who it could be, though. We have a sponsor for this week's episode. Jamie, who would that be?
That is W Energy. Guys, go to w.gg and go get your sample pack. It is right now. You guys can save 10% using the keyword code -X as CODE-X. There's new flavors coming out. There's so much more they're doing. It's a great company. And to tell you more and why you should be buying this product, Sal, give us the rundown.
Well, this product is really good. It's got no bad aftertaste. It's got no jitters. It's got no crash. It's definitely a clean energy drink, and you got to check it out and use the keyword to save that 10%.
Those are beautiful dogs in the background.
Dogs
there,
love
Sal.
They're being a pain in the butt right now.
This is
Friends
why
of
we're
Codex.
live,
Friends of
ladies and
Codex.
gentlemen. Definitely. W.GG, W Energy, use keyword code X. The dogs are telling you to, so I guess you kind of have to. And it helps out this awesome channel that you're watching right now. Dan, let's go ahead with you. Tell everybody who you are and where they can find you when you're not doing Codex stuff.
Ooh.
You can find me on Instagram at dankellyart.com. I post a few times a week, art, music, and writing. So go check it out. Give me a follow. And like some stuff. Buy some stuff.
There you go. Absolutely. Kevin,
like
when
some
you're
stuff.
not on Codex, what do you do?
I created a group over on Facebook and Instagram called Comic Character of the Day, where we post a different comic character every day. All sorts of other goodies related to all of this geekery that we all know and love. Thank you, Dan. We'd love to have you come over and join us and become part of the family.
There we go. And Sal, finally, let us know what you do when you're not doing Codex stuff, and then we will get started on some Dungeons and Dragons.
All right. So when I'm not here on the Codex Station, you can find me on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner and also under Instagram as the Slab Guy 77.
All right, there we go. Now that the business is out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to do some role playing. Sal, why don't you go ahead and let everybody know what happened last session?
Well, without going into the details, our adventurers have gathered at a tavern. There's only two that really know each other at this point, and one, of course, tries to pick a fight with two minotaurs in the room, and then the other one wants to join in. Some calamity happens, and we think the food is poisoned, but we're not sure. That's not 100% yet, and we are waiting to see what happens with this the group of Minotaurs.
There we
That
go.
weed is poison.
So if I remember right, the last thing that happened.
Oh, I can tell you.
Oh, go ahead, Jamie. Let's
I was about to
Oh,
shoot
no.
an arrow up the Minotaur's main street
That is true. Why was that?
Sorry.
because
okay.
Dan tried to throw me and I fell face first on the floor.
That is also true. Kevin, if I remember
Yes.
right, you were coming in with the shield for some protection.
Blocking a gigantic axe that's about to take a chunk out of a Minotaur skull.
There you go. And Dan, you had a slightly bloody nose. Is that right?
Oh yeah, and I was trying to hit the Minotaur in the head with an axe.
Very well. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this. So all of that's taken place, right? The Minotaur is standing there. Dan, you are coming at him with an axe. Jamie, you are ready to fire an arrow up Brown Street. And Kevin, you are ready to defend. As all of this is taking place, the front door of the Cultured Swine gets kicked in, and 7 guards come rushing in. Sal, you recognize one of those guards, not the lead guard, but one of them is the guy
Right.
you talked to earlier in the day
Oh
that
yeah,
you
very good.
paid handsomely. He's
Ooh.
with him too, and he kind of catches eyes with you, and he kind of goes a little wide-eyed for a second. The lead guard, however, long blonde hair, bushy beard, that sort of thing, looks like he's a veteran of war, comes in there, points to the entire crowd, Minotaur and everybody, and he goes, "You are all under arrest."
Well, I have to catch the guy that I spoke to, and I kind of like give him the motion to come over. I need to talk to him.
Given
I need to explain what happened.
he is going like this right at the moment. He's like,
Then I'll say, "Excuse me, good sir. What is your name?"
He looks to you. "My name is Darren. And you are?"
I'm getting
Oh,
Moloch flashbacks.
Just Sal's dying now.
It
Darren.
happens, right? I'm not good with names on the spot, so you get what comes out.
Okay, all right.
Apparently Darren.
Darren is not a dick. Okay, here we go.
He is not.
That's
He's got a big head and a little
I'm
tiny
fine, I'm
body.
fine.
Yeah, all right. Anyways, moving on.
so. I'm going to say, Sir Darren, I think there has been a slight misunderstanding of what's been going on here. Allow me
Agreed.
to explain what happened.
He looks to you and he holds a hand up to the other guards and he goes, "Please, Mr. Aristocrat, explain to me why I shouldn't put shackles on all of you right now."
Well, it's good, sir. First, my good friend Nella here and I were actually at the bar trying to enjoy a drink and some food when this tussle began.
When you say that, the bartender stifles a laugh.
Okay.
I've been
that's
drinking
fine.
water this whole time. What?
So then I try to explain to him and lightly, like,
Go ahead.
not
He's
not
listening.
like a this guy did this, But I'm
Yeah.
gonna briefly explain the scenario that kind of happened.
From last episode. Well, if you
Yes.
want to do that in character, do it to the best of your knowledge because this
Oh gosh,
determines
let's try to
if
remember the whole thing.
anybody goes to jail or not because he looks pretty mad.
Right. So I'm going to say the barbarian attempted to pick up the
He
dragonborn.
points
And
at
throw him.
Kilgore and he goes, "That one?"
He's the only other barbarian in here. I guess he is. So yes, yes,
Thank you.
yes, he
He
is.
stands a little taller, puffs his chest out a little harder. Go
I'm
ahead.
going to say, let's just discuss this rationally. I believe we cannot have any altercations here today.
Oh, there will be no more altercations. Someone is going to the dungeons.
Oh, why is there always the option of dungeon? Perhaps if I buy you a drink, we could discuss this more.
Trying to bribe an officer of the city, I see.
No, that's not true. Enjoying a drink with a shared fellow warrior.
The one that you gave money to that instructed you to come here, he comes up to Darren and he goes, "Excuse me, sir." And he turns around and he goes, "What? What is it?" The gentleman there is very wealthy. patron of the city, pastor of passing out coins. I recommend that he be left alone. And he kind of looks at him for a second, and he looks to you, and he goes, "Very well. Arrest the barbarian. Arrest the paladin there, and that tiny dragon. Get him too."
I did not even unsheath my sword.
But it
Okay,
looks
I'm
like
gonna
a shield is
defend it.
being used in some sort of attack.
No, defense. If I were to attack,
Lies.
I'd go for
Shackles
myself.
on them all, except for the aristocratic elf, and that's it. Everybody.
I look.
Not Nessa. She's been by my side the whole time.
The bartender. Oh, Jamie, give me 1 second, and then I will let you go right after this.
That's
The bartender says, actually, she ruined several plates and threw a cup across the bar. I would like to press charges.
Excuse me. I was trying to diffuse a situation, and if you allow me to do it further, I think you'll realize that no one here has to be dragged off in shackles.
The
I
Darren,
immediately I'll slide the bartender 4 gold pieces.
the Darren looks at that and he goes, "Bribery of a city official. I see. Arrest
this
arrest
this
the
is
druid."
This is restitution for the damage that my friend Nessa has caused.
Jamie,
It was not
wait,
bribery.
wait a
It was
minute.
not bribery.
Wait a minute. Jamie, go ahead.
But
I turn. Bow still drawn. I look back. She tried to kidnap me. I'm an adult. I look back over at
Kidnapping
I'm sorry, I'm an adult.
I look back at Kilgore or Leslie. Leslie, do you know Sir Dingleberry over here, or are we having a problem?
The Darren holds his hands up. He goes, "Enough, enough, enough." So we have, and the guards are coming to put shackles on you, Jamie, Nero the Broken, Dan, Kilgore the Death Slayer, and Archduke Kevy. They are leaving alone for the moment, but Nissa, you're getting arrested.
Nesla.
Yeah. So Nero, Kristen,
Yes.
Jamie, and Dan are all getting arrested right now. And he goes,
this tavern, since I'm assuming that there's no such thing as electricity, what do they use to light it? Are there like torches?
There's a giant fireplace that has a small fire, but it is the day right now, so there are no torches lit.
Oh.
I
So
know
natural
it
light.
sucks. You can't burn the bar down just yet, but save it for later. So yeah, you three are getting shackled, and he's going.
You mean 4?
Just the 3 of you. Archduke Kevy's not getting arrested.
Not
at the
okay.
moment.
Sorry, I missed that.
Okay.
Okay,
At
I'll
the
approach
moment.
Darren and say, I would like to offer my counsel to these people being arrested.
Would you now? Are you a lawyer?
I am actually qualified.
Then you can meet us at the magistrate's office in 2 hours. Right now, we have charges of kidnapping, destruction of private property, assault, child abuse, and so much
I am
more.
not a child.
That is to be determined, sir. That is to be determined. Take them away.
Are there any
fine
windows?
with this.
around?
Say that again, Dan.
Windows?
Yeah, there's a lot of windows.
All right. My
Minotaurs are getting arrested too.
character, Kilgore, screams, "Fuck the police," and jumps out. Of the
Well, you are currently shackled and held right now by 2 city guards. 2 on you, 2 on Kristen, 2 on Jamie. So that's 6 plus Darren, which is 7. So if you want to give me a strength check real quick against 2 guards, you can do that and see if you can break free, or you can just go with them.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. How do I
Okay.
do a strength check?
So go to your character sheet
Yeah, click on the strength.
and click on strength, and we should see something awesome roll on the screen here in just a moment. 20.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice,
hey.
Dan. Good job. Good job, Kilgore.
I kind of went blind for a second. What was that roll again? A 1? God,
No, sir.
I
that
think
was a
it
match.
was.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Dan,
Nice.
how you going to do this? How are you going to break free of 2 city guards and leap and escape out of the window?
Well, my plan was to do it before, like, they got me when they were coming at me.
Well,
So
they've
I
got
guess
you
I
right
would
now.
just- What?
They've got you right now.
So I guess I would just smash their heads together and then
Now
jump
remember,
out.
you're shackled, so be
Oh.
creative.
I guess throw the shackle around them and strangle them until their heads pop off.
Full on Chewbacca.
Not that creative.
Headbutt. Headbutt.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it. I'll headbutt them until
You'll-
they die.
You'll headbutt them until they die. So, okay.
And then
All
jump
right.
out the window.
I will let you not kill them, but you can definitely headbutt both of them, and that will be done in such a way that it is a surprise to the city guard.
Tim,
Yeah.
are there rats around or any rodents or
Hang
any
on a second.
animals within the bar?
Let's deal with this. So,
Oh
I've
my
got
god, I'm
these-
trying to save him.
Well, I'm trying to arrest him. I've got
Okay.
these two dice here, Dan, and I'm going to have you call high or low. This determines if you are able to get
Oh, you don't
away
need my dice.
or
Sorry.
if something happens that prevents you from doing so. But you are going to headbutt both of those guards and break free. Okay? So it's blue and gold. See him right here?
Mm-hmm.
Blue and gold. Call high or low.
You gotta do it before he rolls.
Hi.
Yeah. High. Okay, so 50 and 51 and above, you can escape. 50 and below, you're mine. What'd you call?
How many numbers
said
are
hi.
on those dice?
There's
said
with
high.
both of them together, it equals 100. So,
Oh.
what color did you call? Blue or gold?
I
He
didn't.
said hi.
Oh,
Oh,
you said high. Okay, so yeah, I've got a 1 here, and that's a big failure for you. So,
Why don't you let me use my 100-sided die for this?
because it looks like a golf ball.
Yeah, I know.
But anyways, so Dan, how are you going to break free? You've got two guards, one holding each arm.
Smash them into each other.
Easily enough. Zane, Nero, Nissa, Cerveza,
No one can
Nesla,
get my name right.
Think of
Nestle.
it like Nestle, but with a
Nestle.
A instead of
Got
a
it. You see,
Nikolai Tesla. Nesla.
you see Kilgore just he's like, fuck this. Bam! Headbutts. The two guards just kind of fall back and hit the floor, and you are bolting towards a window.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you. Okay. As you start to run, Darren is like, I have had absolutely enough of this. And he's going to take the butt of his sword and pop you in the back of the head. What is your armor class, good sir?
Oh.
It's gonna be down below.
BT dubs, those of you that are watching at home. I'm honest with my dice rolls, and everybody sitting here knows it. So, yeah.
Armor 14 class.
Armor 14. Let's see what we get here. That would be a 14. Amazing. Yeah. Popped in the back of the head by the hilt of a sword. That's the last thing you see is your face falling to the floor.
You're off the account.
Yep. So there is that. Darren is like, okay, take him away. So now you guys are being escorted and Kilgore is being carried to the dungeons. Zane and Cerveza, you are left to be free. Yes, Kevin, you don't have to raise your hand.
In order
I
to
did.
generate goodwill, I helped the two guards that were knocked together's heads up.
You're going to lift them up off the floor?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna help them up to their feet.
They are seeing stars and little tiny dragons circling around their heads at the moment, and they need a chance to sit down. Kristen, you don't look happy at all.
Me? Personally? Yeah, no, I'm not. Not great.
I tried to stop you, but all right.
As
2
they're
hours
being
done.
taken out, Darren leaves, but Zane, the guard that you had spoken to earlier in the day, stays behind. Darren says, "Take a report, bring it back to me post haste." And he goes, "Yes, sir." And he walks
Well,
out.
you didn't come back to me about the animals.
Right, because there are no rats or even tiny mice inside this bar. It's super clean.
Well, you just
super
suck.
sweet. Sometimes. Okay,
All right. Okay.
so
go ahead.
he is making his way up to the bar and sets the parchment and the quill down, and he's like, "Yeah, give me a beer." And the bartender says, "Sure, no problem."
Okay. I will offer to pay for it. I'll put it on my tab.
Bartender says, no, this is free.
Okay.
And
Very
he
good.
slides it to him. Cerveza, you are standing there as well.
Yes. And I remember from the before times, the first episode, I ordered a dwarven ale and I drank about a third of it. So I'm going to finish it.
Okay, fair enough. Zane, you have the opportunity to speak to this guy. I can't remember his name for the life of me because I don't
Me
think
either. I
down.
don't know if I had a name, actually.
We'll call him George.
George.
Darren and George.
All right. So, my good Sir George, do you have a moment? I'd like to speak with you.
I have several moments as long as it takes me to enjoy this crafty brew.
Oh, very good. I will need directions to the magistrate because I am new in town and I do not know where it is.
I will tell you this. The charges won't stick because it's pretty obvious that the Dragonborn is not a child. He must be a teenager at best, so he can take care of himself. But the others, they'll be out before the day is over. The jails are full.
Will they require any bail money?
Maybe a coin or two if you can bribe whoever's watching them.
Okay, very good. Do you know the route that they will take to bring them to the magistrate or jail?
1 second, Zane. Cerveza, go ahead and say it again.
The dragon, the barbarian committed acts of war against the constabulary in front of the constabulary. That could prove problematic.
He looks to you and he's like, do you realize where you're at right now, Sir Paladin? This is a port city that brings in all kinds of ruffians, least of which are the barbarian and the dragonborn and the druid that we deal with on a daily basis. Yeah, they won't sit in jail very long. But I do recommend, and he looks to both of you, he's like, I do recommend that you start to make your way out of town as soon as possible because you'll get this one pass and I can do that for you. But after that, they do start to get aggressive when you are repeat offenders, especially when you're visitors.
Okay. So I ask them again about the route that they'll take to put them on.
Say that one more time.
I'll ask them about the route that they'll take to the jail or the magistrate.
Oh, just right on down the main road. The jail is right in the center of town. Yeah.
Okay. And who is the person I need to speak to?
Whoever's running the jail at the moment. It's a rotating shift. We're in the middle of the day right now, so I honestly don't know who could be there. But coin talks, I'll tell you that. And he starts to drink a lot of his beer.
Okay. Then I kind of discreetly slip him 2 gold.
He takes it and he's like, remember my name, good sir. And what is yours?
I am Zane Darkmoor of the High Elf Darkmoor clan.
I do enjoy a good elf. And he sticks a hand out for a handshake.
Then I shake his hand firmly.
Very well. He looks to you and he says, Sir Zane, Sir Paladin, again, I highly recommend you start to make your way out of the city, probably before next morning.
Okay, but first, we need these people because I have a strong feeling we will need these people on our next quest.
I hope you all survive.
By the great god Amiriel, that's it. Yep. Amiriel. Friends who are friends who are not enemies. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And he pounds the rest of his brew back, slams the glass on the bar counter, and he looks to the bartender. He says, "Thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow." And he walks out.
All right. Then I turn to Kevin's character, Cervasis.
Yes.
I feel that we will need these people. Will you join me in freeing them from jail?
I cannot say that I necessarily share your feel that we might need all of these individuals. However, I am curious to see where this path leads. I will join you.
Very good, sir.
All right. We'll leave it there with you two for a moment. Next, we go to Nero the Broken, who is being led in the front, Nesla, who is in the center, and Kilgore, who is being led in the back. You guys are being marked.
Dragged?
Kilgore, you can start to stir around, but you guys are being marched to jail. So I'll leave it
Like
to you
in real
guys if you
life.
have anything to say. No, you guys are going to walk in silence.
Oh, you told me
Just
my
burn
guy
the
was not
tavern
gonna-
down.
Nero, let's start with you. Do you have anything you want to say to anybody that you're walking with? Guards or Nesla or Kilgore?
Yeah, this all wouldn't have happened if you tried not to kidnap me and get in my way. And now Leslie is hurt, and I feel incredibly bad. But it was kind of funny to see him fall. It took a while.
Nesla,
No
how
one
do
was
you
trying
feel
to
about
kidnap you. You're just so adorable.
That needs to be stricken from the record, guys. Can you like take her further away from me?
that? One of the
You know what,
guards.
put me in a
Have you
separate
guys
cell.
ever seen a shorter dragonborn? Come on.
One of the guards looks back
He's
to
so
you,
cute.
Nesla, and he's like, "Actually, no, I haven't." He does look kind of adorable.
Yeah. He's very cute. He's super cute.
I say thank you, and turn back and look at Nesla and go, "Yeah, stay away from me. Don't come any closer. Just keep a distance."
I'm being
6 feet at all
dragged by a
times.
guard. How closer do you think I'm going to be?
If my
Guards.
guy's falling down,
It's not
down,
on me.
Hang on. Kilgore, go ahead.
Is he awake or is he still knocked out?
You're awake.
Oh, then I look at her and say, if he wants you to stay away from him, you can share a cell with me, and I'll split you with my axe and not the one I'm carrying in my hand.
Smooth. Smooth like a
Leslie.
whiskey.
How are you going to betray me like that?
How is Nesla gonna handle this?
Wow, thank you for the compliments.
I don't know if those are
but
compliments.
your axe is shorter than he is.
Ooh, well, yes, 4 foot.
Not
Okay.
the size of a barbarian's axe that matters; it's how he wields it.
All of the guards
Ooh.
let out a pretty hefty chuckle at that.
Well,
Moving,
if you knew
oh,
how to
go ahead.
wield it, we would not be
Well-
arrested right now.
Dan, I'll give you one more response, and Jamie, I'll let you have one response before we move forward. Go ahead. Oh, he's cracking his neck. Here we go.
What was it she said?
If
They
you
said
knew
if you
how to
knew how-
wield it,
Wield
right,
it,
yeah.
we would not be arrested right now.
Well, if it wasn't for the dwarf getting in my way, I would have done much better.
Jamie, you got the
Aw.
final word.
Coming from the guy that can barely throw a dwarf, I don't think you have any say in wielding your axe.
And we will stop it right there. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
No, moving forward, the rest of the march there doesn't take too terribly long before you guys are taken in, run through the intake process, which means they empty your pockets, take your weapons, and you're left with your clothes and your shoes. And that is it. Nero and Kilgore, you are put in the same cell. Nesla, you are put in a cell right next to them. The doors are closed, and you guys are left alone. There are other people in the cells with you, by the way. Nesla, all the people in your cell are women.
I figured.
All right. Jamie, you go first, and then we'll work down the line.
Thank God she's gone. I was so worried she was gonna try to put like a bottle in my mouth and try to cradle me. And what was that about too, by the way, Leslie? Like you totally betrayed me on there. You were like hitting on her. I thought we were friends, and
Nestle,
you called me
you-
a dwarf.
Nesla, you are separated by open spaced bars about.
So I
a
can hear
foot-
this.
Oh yeah, 100.
Oh, I'm screaming it.
All right.
I look at him and say, you know how it is.
No, I don't.
You get my axe wet.
Wow. Wow.
That's a
Hold on,
lot
give me-
coming from a
give me
guy
a
that
minute. Give
tried
me a
to
minute,
punch
please.
a minotaur.
I'm just gonna
Fail.
let you guys go. This is the whole
Right
story
at this
right
point,
here.
I mean.
Oh. Oh, sweetheart, you think you make me wet? Come on. Your
One of
ass
the-
is gonna come out bone dry.
One of the guys in the cell with you, Nero and Kilgore, he's like, "Is it raining outside? We haven't had rain in days. What do you know? What's going on? Are there clouds in the sky?
It's raining dignity right now.
Dignity? Is that some kind of wizard spell? Is that something
In
I need
this
to be
case-
aware of?
Yes, and he might need to take a pill just to enhance that dignity.
Interesting.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay.
Hopefully, there's a spell that can rise from the ashes.
This got
Oh,
X-rated fast, by the way.
This just went downhill.
This just became
Well,
D&D porn.
for Leslie, everything's downhill, obviously, right now.
The guards are walking by with food. It's bread, cheese, and water, and he's passing them out to people in the cells.
It's
And
probably poison.
Maybe he
It's
looks
probably
to
poison.
you three that just came in, and he's like, "You guys are lucky. It's time for lunch." And he tosses each of you a small chunk of bread, small chunk of cheese, and water in a tiny cup.
I look at
Oh.
Nessa. I go, "Watch this," and I'm done.
There
Oh, I
goes.
was just gonna say the water makes me wetter than he does. But
I spit my water out halfway through. I go, "That's hilarious." Sorry, Leslie.
this is wetter than I am right now. How about that?
Kilgore, you are given food.
Oh, I take it and I throw it back at the guard.
And he looks to you and he goes, "If you don't want to eat, that's fine. I'll remember that." Okay, so you guys are in jail,
Mhm.
stuck in here. What are you gonna do? Kristen, we'll start with you.
Can I please purify the food and drink before we do this?
Sure, if you want to, that's fine. Nero's already
Well-
eaten his and nothing's happening to him.
It's all gone.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll still do it. It's within a 5-foot range.
Yeah, absolutely. All purified. Ready to go. Kilgore, what are you gonna do while you're sitting in here?
Can I break out?
Well, the bars are iron, so that's probably a no.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. I guess I just sit in the back and wait and see what happens.
You gonna sit quietly?
For now.
Nero, what about you?
I try to devise a plan. Can I pick the lock?
Do you have anything to pick the lock with?
My finger?
He's
I'm a
close.
dragonborn.
He's a dragonborn. Yeah.
You can sure give it a shot. Do you know how to pick locks?
I know that what a lock pick should do.
Well, let's bring
I've
up
seen
the
it once or
character sheet
twice.
there. So the answer is no.
It's never a no, just a maybe.
Oh my God. Give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing up Nero's character sheet here. Do you have anything that has to do with, well, you defend against poison, so even if the food was poisoned, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I-
So,
Good thing I purified it. You're all
Right.
welcome.
I don't need you.
Jamie, I
Rock-a-bye,
am gonna
baby.
say that picking that lock is gonna be kind of tough for you to do.
Okay.
So,
Ooh, does the guard? Any of the guards have their keys on them?
not that you can see, and you can't see any guards at this particular moment.
But didn't one just come by to give us food?
Yeah, but he's gone.
Yeah, but when
Kilgore
he
threw
walked
food
by,
at
I
him. He's
didn't.
like,
I
piss
couldn't
on
see
you
the.
guys, and he left.
Yeah, but when he walked by, I couldn't see the keys at all.
Were you looking?
Yeah.
Roll intelligence real quick. Or
Oh,
perception,
no.
I'm sorry. Roll perception.
Perception, yeah.
That's in your skills. All you should
Yep.
have to do is click
Just
on
click
it. Yeah. Let me know what you get.
17.
17? No, he didn't have any keys.
Okay.
All right. So, Kristen, you have purified the food. Everything is good. The other women in the cell with you are extremely happy about that. This is the best food they've ever tasted in quite a while. Nero, your food you already ate, so but you're defending
You're fine.
against poison anyway, so you're okay.
Mhm.
But Kilgore, you have decided to push yourself into the back of the shadows, the piled up straw, and you're sitting there kind of by yourself. But you're not alone. There's a
You got me.
well, you're occupied right now. You're messing with a lock. There's an older man back there with you. He's got kind of wild and crazy hair, long
Crazy hair.
like Kevin's beard, but it's more erratic all over the place. His fingernails are long, and he's wearing a gray patchwork cloak. And he's just kind of sitting there as you scoot back, and he looks to you and he goes, "You're in here for the same thing I am, aren't you?"
And I look at him and say, "What are you in here for?"
Disturbing the peace.
Say, "Yep, that's what they got me for."
Yeah, they catch you pissing on the side of a building too.
No, I tried to kill a Minotaur and I knocked
Ooh.
out 2 guards.
Oh wow, you sound very tough. What's your name, sir?
I'm Kilgore the Death Slayer.
Ooh, have you slayed any death recently?
Here and there in my travels.
I chime in real fast. Say, This name ain't Kilgore, it's Leslie.
Negative, Nero. We're gonna keep you occupied on that lock for just a moment.
Kevin's dying, by the way, right here.
I am. This is great. I love it.
He
Everything with it.
he
It's
looks to
gold.
you. The older man looks to you and he goes, "Interesting. Where do you come from, Kilgore the Death Slayer?"
I come from a small village that you never would have heard of that essentially doesn't exist anymore.
You'd be surprised what I've heard of. Tell me.
It was a small village, a small isolated village that was peaceful until we started being attacked on a regular basis by raiders that killed most of the villagers and ransacked our village on a regular basis.
And you were the only survivor?
I was one of the only few, but afterwards, after my father was killed by their leader, and I then killed him, I left the town
And
because I knew there was nothing there left for me.
and your travels have brought you here. That's interesting.
Yes.
My name is Aleutian. It is a pleasure to meet you. And he extends a hand.
I shake his hand and will and say, "It's good to meet you."
He gives a firm handshake. He says, "So, what's your reason for being in this town? Why are you here?"
I have no reason to be in this particular town, as I have no reason to be in any particular town. I'm just passing through, looking for adventure.
It seems like you have no direction, my son.
Not at the moment. Must say, too, that you seem to have a firm handshake for someone that looks old and frail.
Looks can be deceiving, as can handshakes. But he points to the Dragonborn and he points to the Druid, and he's like, "Those two that came in with you, are they your friends?"
They are not.
They-
The woman I don't really know, and the Dragonborn is a nuisance.
He looks to them for a minute, and he looks to you, and he goes, "They may not be your friends now, but they will be."
What do you know of the future?
I know enough. I know that you'll be out of here soon.
That would be a relief.
Wouldn't it?
Will I get my weapons back?
I don't know. The future is like a glass of water, half full.
Well, my mace in particular holds great sentimental value.
You're strong, Kilgore. You have determination, but it is wild and uncharted. You need direction.
Perhaps.
I think the two that are in here with you, the halfling dragonborn and the druid that you say things to, I think you should take a second look at your companions. And the two that should be coming within the next couple of minutes. And he leans back. All right, Nero, we'll go back to you now. And then Nesla will let you get some in, and then we'll go to Zane and Cerveza.
No problem.
Okay. I still working on a lock, and the guards are gone, right?
Yeah, they're gone.
Okay. I see Leslie talking to somebody else again.
You
And-
see Leslie, and he's kind of deep in shadow. So more than not, you see like his knees forward, and
I
you
hear
can
him
see
talking to
outline. Yeah,
somebody.
absolutely.
Okay. I hear him talking to somebody, and when they're done, I tell Leslie to come over by me. I have a plan.
Okay, Kilgore, you hear that?
Yes. What's your plan?
You are gonna make a distraction, and I am gonna keep picking this lock and hopefully get us out of here.
I
That's not a good
think I
plan.
will follow your plan because it hasn't done me very well so far.
You're the one that dropped me. We had a great plan. You're the one that keeps screwing it up. Will you follow me and actually do something, or are you just gonna stand there and keep punching things and get punched back and get hurt?
Nesla, remember, you are separated by open space bars, and you can hear every single word that's going on right now.
Yeah, oh, I know. But I
Okay.
would like to take the time to look at my cellmates and see if I can find a companion in a way.
Somebody to talk to.
Yeah, and just get the lay of the land, so to speak.
So there are 3 in here. One looks to be just like a regular commoner human. She's dressed in normal clothing. She doesn't look like she's been in here very long. And the other 2 look more similar to you, like in the sense that they are adventurers, maybe mercenaries, but they have definitely used a sword before.
So I want to turn to the one that looks like a commoner.
Hmm.
Can I take a look at her clothing? Is it clean, not ripped?
Yeah,
it
yeah,
looks
it's
really
clean.
nice.
It's not dirt. She's not a peasant. She's a normal person. Just for whatever reason, she's in here with you guys.
Okay. I'm going to turn to her and I'm going to say, "What are you running from?"
Oh, I'm not running from anything.
Yes, you are.
Not at the moment. We're all in jail. Sorry.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's in jail because she was running.
Well, that's what they say. What
Who's
do you
they?
want to know?
Perception. Your clothes are clean. You're clean. I don't know if you've ever held a sword or a knife or a dagger, if you've ever gone through mud or treacherous path.
Maybe I stabbed somebody.
Maybe you did. Tell me about it.
Why are you so curious?
We're stuck here. May as well talk.
Talking gets people in trouble.
It does. You don't have to answer my questions. You're welcome to ask some of me.
She looks over your shoulder to them 2 that are, to Nero and Kilgore, that are doing their own thing. She's like, they came in with you. Who are they?
Yeah, I haven't quite figured that one out yet.
Okay.
People are interesting. They're fascinating. They're all different. You're the only one in this cell that looks different from the rest of us. So again, what are you running from?
She motions for you to come closer. You gonna do that?
A little closer, not
Okay.
super close.
She leans in and she says, have you ever heard of the Guildstone? And she leans back.
I've heard rumors.
What have you heard?
Exactly what I said, rumors. Fantasy, legend.
We're not going anywhere. We got nothing but time.
We do. So I guess I should ask, what do you know?
I know where it is.
How would you know that?
That information isn't free.
I'm not asking for it to be free. I'm saying that you are more pampered than the rest of us.
It's my hands.
So how do you get such information?
She holds up her hands. They're very clean, well manicured nails. These gave it away, right?
A little bit.
Mm.
But your demeanor as well. Your clothing. And somebody that has had a rough life would have a little bit more wear and tear on them. It's not a slight against you. You just know more.
I won't
Are
be
you
in
regal?
here long. No. I can be if I want to, though.
Do you work for the Regal?
Sometimes. Sometimes they work for me.
Really? What can you tell me that would make me believe you?
You don't look like you're from around here.
I'm from wherever I want to be.
When you get out, go ahead and talk to a city guard named George.
George. Am I going to regret that later?
No.
And what do you want in return for that information?
A favor to be cashed in when I need it. What's your name?
Names have power, so until you tell me the favor, I can't give it to you.
I have a pretty good memory for faces, too.
That's fine. Names have power, not faces.
That they do. Talk to George. And she steps back, leans up against the wall. Let's go to Zane and Cerveza.
Okay, so I take it we enter into the jail cell area.
Well, let's do the walk to the jail
Okay.
first. Do you
Okay.
guys have any communication that you want to do before you get there?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna talk to him. Talk to
Cerveza.
Cerveza. It's Cerveza. God, I can only think of a beer when you say that.
That's
the point.
the point, man.
I know. Sorry. I'm gonna say, good sir, I feel like you've been down a path once and have changed directions.
So universally true statement.
Very good.
Haven't
Very
we all
good.
walked down a path and changed our minds at one point or another?
True. But we're not talking a slight turn to the left or slight turn to the right. What's the I'm sorry, Tim, out of character. What's the name of my god again?
Emiriel.
Amiriel. Okay. Amiriel, my god, has said doing a switch of path is like changing the course of a river.
I can see that.
And I feel like you're changing your course of your river as we speak.
One can only hope.
I kind of like nod, and I say to him, I feel that we should stick together.
I make no commitments, but as of this juncture, I have no reservations upon that.
Okay. I also feel that the people that they have locked away, we will need.
You
So I
feel
want to get. What's that?
You feel a lot.
It's just something my family does.
Interesting. It seems
So-
that could get you into trouble.
It often can, but it can also often be your best source of help.
Sometimes.
Hmm.
And as far as these people that we are going to try to secure the rescue of, I feel that some may prove more problematic than necessary.
And I chuckle and say, "Of course, as always, we expect with everybody."
And at that
There.
moment, you guys come to the doorway to the jail. The jail is a cobblestone building, gray cobblestones. It's several stories high, and Lord knows how many stories below. There is no guards at the doors, but if and when you try the door is unlocked.
I would
Unlocked?
knock first before
Hmm.
opening it.
No answer.
All right,
Then
let's open
after
the door.
you.
Okay, I open the door and I, before stepping in, kind of give a quick survey of the room.
So it is a kind of tight fit room. You have one guard on the side of like a wall, and he's got a lot of different things behind him. Roll perception, both of you, real quick.
Perception.
Yeah, we'll set that at a standard of 12, a difficulty
Hold
of
on.
12. Yeah,
I'm looking for it. There it is.
D10 or D20?
D20.
Hold on.
I know I'm not
second.
rolling. I was just saying that
Same.
for
Perfect.
clarification.
I got 12.
What is?
Yeah.
Was that under?
It's under skills. It's right in the
Okay.
center of your character sheet. Well, you're on the
And
phone. So.
No, I got it. And it is under. What am I rolling here?
Perception.
You just click. Click perception and it'll roll a dice for you.
And it should let us know what you got. Or tell me when it rolls.
I got a 12, by the way.
Yeah, you're good.
It's not letting me do anything here.
You want Kristen to roll it for you?
Sure. I have a +2.
Go ahead, Kristen. Add +2 to a d20. Yeah, that works. Perfect.
220.
Yeah. So, yeah, both of you easily enough know that the items that are behind this particular guard belong to whoever is currently serving time at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's standing there. Other guards are moving around. There's another door. It's iron bars that is able to open and close and stuff like that. And you can see that's the start of cells.
Okay. Can I perceive the person in charge?
The guy standing there does not look like the person in charge. He is not Darren, nor is he George. He is just some guy.
All right. I walk up to him. I say, "Good sir, I am looking for, I guess, the jailer in charge. Is that the terminology for it?"
I am a jailer. What can I do for you?
I am looking to release my friends that are in here that were just brought in.
A lot of friends were just brought in. Can you be more specific?
I have a dragonborn, a barbarian, and a human druid.
Do we have names?
Yes. I look around, make sure we're not shouting these names out.
No. It's normal conversation.
Okay. One, the dragonborn is Nero.
Mm-hmm.
The barbarian is Kilgore.
Mm-hmm.
And the human druid female is Nesla.
Is no one.
Oh, no one. Okay, so Nesla, the druid, Nero the dragonborn, and Kilgore the barbarian. I will see if I can find them. Do you know what they were charged with?
It was disturbing the peace, I believe.
Just disturbing the peace?
There were a slew of others.
There were some other charges that they're not coming to mind.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. He steps away for a minute or two. You three that are currently in jail right now, a guard starts to walk down and he's looking into cells and he's like, "Where's the tiny dragon?"
Not here.
And he turns and looks, there you
You'll
are.
hear me giggling. You'll hear me giggling.
And there's the druid. Where is the barbarian?
I step up closer to the cell and say, "What do you want, pig?"
How much do you think your freedom is worth?
More than you.
Is that so? It seems I'm the one that holds the keys, though. So again, I ask, or maybe I should ask one of your other companions, how much is your freedom worth?
How close is he to the bars?
Not close enough for you to grab him.
He ain't dumb.
Is there anything in the cell I can throw at him?
You can throw the water cup if you want to, or you can throw some straw. Maybe some shit. That's up to you.
There you go.
Nah, I'm not going to do that.
Okay. He's standing there waiting for an answer.
What was he said again?
How much is your freedom worth?
I already answered that. I said more than you.
He looks to you, Nero, and you, Dragonborn. How much is your freedom worth?
I'm priceless.
That's so.
You're so precious.
He looks to you, Nesla.
You can
Druid.
keep her.
I tell you, I agree.
Druid, I ask you, how much is your freedom worth to get out of this cell?
What makes you think I'm the druid?
Well, you're dressed like one, so.
So you know what everybody is and who they are based on their dress?
He looks to you guys. He's like, look, it's a simple question, guys. I'm trying to figure out how much to bribe your friend out of to let you out.
Oh,
I look at him and say, "Oh, well, then in that case, 10 gold pieces.
A piece?
Just for me. I don't know their value.
Okay. D looks to you, Dragonborn. What about you?
You could just let me out. I'm precious.
That's not going to happen. And he
Hey,
looks.
George.
A silver.
Okay, and he looks to you and he goes, "Ma'am, one more time. How much are you worth to get out of here?"
A favor.
Ooh, nice.
Someone's getting their axe wet.
He looks. He's not carrying in that.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
70s funk music starts playing in the background.
He looks to you and he
Sorry,
kind of-
Leslie.
he stands a little straighter. He's like, "What do you mean a favor?"
A favor.
As in,
Gold, jewels, silver, they can all be obtained. A favor is priceless.
All you hear from the back is like me.
what can you offer?
What do you want?
I'm in the back still. She can make your axe wet.
I don't carry an axe.
I love you,
So
man.
innocent. So innocent when they're young, aren't they?
Right. He takes a step back. He kind of looks at you for a minute or two longer, and he turns and walks away.
Mm.
I yell one more time. She thinks I'm a kid, so she's touching a kid in a no-no square.
Oh my god. Anyways, moving on. Zane and
When y'all need healing, you're last.
Why,
That's fine.
why is it square?
So the guard comes back to you,
Right.
and he goes. He looks to you, Zane and Cerveza, and he goes, "Those three are a lively bunch."
You have no idea.
You have no idea. Have to agree. I have to agree.
So
So, yep. What will it take to free them and return their weapons to them?
he thumbs through some scrolls and parchments, and he pulls out three, and he sets them on the table.
Here's another thing to take into consideration.
Mhm.
They're far too annoying for you to have to deal with
I agree.
on any kind of basis.
I offered a
Therefore-
favor. Come on. That's huge.
Therefore, you might want to take that into consideration, and you might want to get rid of them easier rather than more difficult.
Excuse me.
So
Am-
let's
Can I hear what they're saying?
no.
No.
Oh, okay.
So let's look at the charges, shall we? We have kidnapping. It's a pretty serious charge. We have
He's not a kid.
Adult
destruction
napping.
of private property. We have disturbing the peace. We have instigation of a barroom brawl, potential destruction of a window, and what else was there? Anything else?
No, I believe that was it.
Inappropriately touching a child.
Inappropriate.
Oh my God.
Who's not a child?
Okay.
not-
Well, there we
All
go.
right.
I also didn't touch you. Come on.
So
On the square.
he looks to both of you and he's like, "Look, I don't
Just
want
wish
him
I
in here.
did.
I want him out, and we can make this all go away very quickly."
Okay.
Okay. What do you need?
Well, how about what do you got?
I look at Cerveza, and I kind of like, I give him that look like I'm about to give this guy gold, and I want to see if he picks up on it. Good or bad.
Intelligence, Kevin.
All right.
Go ahead.
Roll
with it.
intelligence.
Wait, can you can Zane see us? Because if we
No.
can't hear what the jailer is saying.
Yeah, no, you guys can't hear. Zane, you're looking at Cerveza, correct?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
All right. Intelligence.
Yep.
Roll intelligence. If you need Kristen to do it for you, she can do that.
Ooh, I am not good.
What's your intelligence?
So the good news is that it's not a critical fail, but it's
God.
What'd you get?
two.
2? Yeah, he's confused.
That's not a
Kevin.
good start.
Or,
The good
Sal,
news is
he's
it's not a
confused.
critical
Hmm?
fail.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Right.
So I
kind of looking at you like, huh? What's going on?
So I'll turn back to the jailer guy and say, what if 10 gold was sitting right here on the counter next to you?
According
Would that
to your
free them and return their weapons?
according
We're about
to
to be
your
raided.
according to your barbarian friend, that's just enough to get him out.
Yeah, we're about to be Twitch raided, by the way, guys.
Hey, right on, bring him on.
What's that?
So-
now?
Is
Yeah,
he
but the
worth
10 gold is not enough.
10 gold to you?
My God is telling me he is.
Interesting. Well, I tell you
But it's a package deal. They all come.
for 10,
Yes.
I think you're insulting me, sir.
I'll throw in a gold for you if it makes it feel any better to make it an even 11.
How is that even?
How's that even?
That is echoed from him too. How is that?
So he doesn't know what even means. Move on.
Okay.
He says, I tell you what. Give me the 11. And you can have the Dragonborn for free. But the lady, she has offered a favor. And he looks to you and he's like, look, I'm not interested in anything even remotely disgusting with her. I can do that for free on my own anywhere else.
Please don't say it that way. Anyway.
No,
I
it's
can do
getting
that
said
on my
that way.
own.
That way.
And
I can get my own axe wet. We're fine.
It's a bad day when somebody offers you their services and you're like, no thanks.
Say,
I can
no,
do
thank
better."
you.
That's-
But
Okay.
a favor has been offered, and a
It's not the favor I
favor
was
is
offering, by
going
the
to
way.
be granted.
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
Just know that you are in debt to me, and she
Wait.
will repay. If and
We
when I
are
get
in debt to you, or she is in debt to you?
you, and he points to both of you. You
That's
want
fine.
your-
That's acceptable.
Then he swipes the 11 gold off the counter and he says, very well, step outside and I will have your 3 companions released post haste with all the items they came in here with.
Very good. Please pass on the message as you gather them.
Possibly.
Tell them that Zane Darkmoor has acquired their freedom to keep their mouth shut and to exit post haste.
I will let them know. And he walks away.
All right, so we exit.
Yeah, you guys step outside. Go, Kevin, Sal, get a little bit of conversation in, and then we'll move on to getting the rest of them out.
Okay.
You give away a favor without knowing what it is far too readily, friend.
I understand, but to discuss this more deeply in matter only puts this more in peril and puts us more at risk. The sooner that we get out, the sooner better off we will be.
Could have offered him another 5 gold and see how that worked, but okay. I will trust you against my better judgment here.
Don't worry. I will take care of the favor if the favor is needed. You were not on the hook for that.
I cannot let you do that alone. I agreed as well.
We shall see.
We'll leave it there. So,
All right.
Nero, Nesla, and Kilgore. The guard comes back to the cells, and he comes to Nero and Kilgore's cell door first. And he goes, tiny one, large aggressive man, you have been freed.
Who freed us?
A friend of yours named Zane Darkmoor.
Leslie, do you know a Bane Darkhammer?
I don't know who that is, but I don't care. I'm free. And then I push Nero out of the way as I walk out of the cell.
Well, he
And I
stops
turn-
you. He says,
Jamie's just begging to get killed.
Whoa. Wait just a minute there. Your freedom comes at a cost. And he's looking right at Kilgore, and he's like, I don't want to see you in here again.
Hello, Raiders. All 23 of you. Thank you.
Hi, 23 Raiders. Welcome to D&D on Codex. We are glad to have you here. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this session that is going on right now.
Hey,
What's in
Data.
the-
Thank you very much.
Once again, the guard looks to you, Kilgore, and he says, "Your freedom comes at a cost. I would prefer not to see you in this jailhouse again.
I would prefer not to see you either." And then I look back to the jail to say goodbye to the person I was talking with in the back.
There's nobody there.
I am getting
Dun,
like
dun,
Dungeon
dun.
Master. I'm getting Dungeon Master from the old 80s cartoon vibes here.
It's possible.
Oh
I-
my god.
I look at Leslie and I ask him, "Were you talking to yourself in the back?"
Hi, Russ.
He says, Zane Darkmore says that your silence has been paid for. If you walk out of here quietly, you may yet live by his hand.
How do I live by a hand?
Exactly. Get out. And he steps aside so you two can leave.
I look at him and say, "She doesn't have to come with us, does she?"
She'll be along momentarily.
I look at the guard as I'm walking by and say, "Was the strip search really necessary?"
Sometimes.
Nobody knows
The trouble I've
seen.
I walk all crooked
Nobody
leg out of the jail
knows.
cell.
Okay.
Cthulhu.
You two are on your way. He comes up to your cell door, Nesla, and he goes, "Your freedom has been purchased as well." And he unlocks the door and pulls it open.
For a favor, I assume?
For a favor.
Are you looking for that favor now?
No.
Okay.
But it will be called upon before you leave the city.
I'm a druid of my word.
I give you a strong piece of advice. Rein in the barbarian and the dragonborn. They're very loud.
They are.
They're very noticeable.
They're very testy, too.
It will get you in trouble.
They already have.
And I see that that is not going to stop anytime soon.
Why else do you think I owe you a favor? It's not from me.
It's for them. And
Younglings need to learn.
emotions for you to walk. Remember, not everything is poisoned.
It's always good to check.
That's true. And he shuts the door behind you.
Yeah.
Zane, he nods. Zane and Cerveza.
Yo.
Your Kilgore is the first to walk out. Nero is right behind him, and Nesla is trailing not too far behind.
Okay. So I asked them if they got everything back, like weapons and stuff that they had was taken.
Yeah, as they get to the doors, their items are being handed back to them.
Z, I owe a
Okay.
favor before we leave this town.
That's fine.
As
That's
do
fine.
we.
We are on hook for that favor as well. But we will worry about that
We're
later.
also on hook. I will. I'll make good. Always do.
Kilgore and Nero, do you guys have anything to say?
I say, "Thanks for bailing me out. Your companion is annoying."
Nero?
I just look, I nod, and look at everybody, and say, "You don't know what I've seen and been through."
Oh my God.
My feeling is that we're going to have to work together. I feel something about is brewing, and I don't know what the Dragonborn means. But I feel that we need to work together for our next adventure.
Z, they caused too much of a commotion. I don't know how we
Agreed.
rein them in.
Doesn't matter.
Agreed.
We-
You're talking
need
to
them.
them and they're standing right in front of you.
I
I
know.
look at-
I know
look
exactly
at
where they
both
are.
of
I don't
them.
give a shit.
And I look at both of them and ask, "You guys came into the tavern together, right?
Correct.
You guys seem really touchy-feely with a lot of different people.
Enjoy the movie, David.
There's not going to be any like wet axes or maces around while we're on this adventure,
That's
is
the
there?"
new name of this episode, The Wet Axe.
Dragonborn, do I look like I give a crap about wet axes?
Yes.
Oh, I guess you need to learn a little bit more about me.
I'm sure the barbarian's wet axe only means blood soaking his axe.
Agreed.
Ness-
Right, of course.
Nesla,
Both of
give-
you need to learn a little bit more decorum.
Nesla, give me an
Agreed as well.
intelligence check, please.
All right. D20
Yeah, at base 13.
at
I
base
hold up
13.
my axe and my mace.
I got a 17.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
Wait a minute, Kilgore, go ahead.
I hold up my axe and my mace and say, "This is all the decorum I need."
Okay, Kristen, you got the 17. You the conversation you had with the well-dressed woman in the cell comes back to mind.
Okay.
What
We
she
need to
told
find
you.
George.
The guard.
Okay, the
The
guard,
city guard?
George. I can.
Oh, you met him?
Yes, I have. I can locate him, but I
Uh.
feel that we must retreat to a private space to discuss matters further.
We can, but
not going
is
back
any
to the
space really
tavern, are we?
private when we have a loud dragonborn and barbarian?
Not to
We
mention
need
that
a private
our
space to discuss matters.
Okay.
private space was the inn and bar, and that did not seem to go particularly well for any of us.
Jamie, say what you just said again.
We're not going back to the tavern, are we?
No, we are not returning to the tavern.
I wanted to
If I
finish my
return to
drink.
that tavern, I'll burn it to the ground.
You know, you're
So-
a real angry guy.
So it appears you guys are at a quandary. You have to figure out where to go. The cultured
Right.
swine is pretty much out of the question. However,
You think?
there are other places in town that you can rent rooms for at least a night and get off of the streets, at least in front of the jail.
Yes, let's go ahead and try to locate one of those.
Hmm.
So we're gonna look for one that has a big enough room for all of us.
You want to
Oh,
all
I ain't
share a
sleeping
room?
with any of you.
Well, I was more thinking like
You had
a.
your chance and you lost it.
Yeah,
I
all
was
these
thinking
wet
more of a-
axes couldn't handle it.
Okay, so
Like a-
Zane,
Okay,
go ahead.
I was thinking more of a meeting room type of situation, like a war room, as opposed to a sleeping room.
Well, go ahead, Cerveza.
We will need rest for this, and we will need rest this night
Okay,
as well.
He makes it.
so then let's find a hotel. We'll have separate rooms, and then I will procure a room big enough for discussion.
And I'm good. I can sleep outside.
And I want food and drink.
Okay,
You
so
do not need more drink, barbarian. Your axe is wet enough.
It's about to be.
So
Not by me.
That was the most ominous thing you have ever said. Holy
I'm
crap!
so happy I'm sleeping.
I'm looking
outside.
for like I guess an upscaler hotel type of situation, or
Zane, there are many people walking through the streets right now. You can stop any one of them and ask them where you can go.
Okay, then I proceed to do that. I want to ask. I'm looking for a little bit upscale place to spend the night. Has good food, good ale.
Okay, you stop some random dude, some random peasant looking guy, like he's got the whole, leather bonnet thing on or whatever, the skull cap, all that stuff. His clothes
Right.
are tattered, they're dirty, and all that jazz. And you stop him. And what question do you ask him again?
I'm looking for a place to stay that has good food, good ale, and good bed.
Ah, okay. I recommend the cultured swine. Thank you very much, sir. And he
I
starts
feel
to
like
walk
we
off.
don't need more ale.
No, the culture swine is not a good option for us tonight.
Ah, you got kicked out of the cultured swine, I see.
You could say that.
So you are uncultured.
He does.
That was good. I actually give him a good chuckle.
Well, I recommend further down the road, closer to the docks. There is a rather tasty inn there, serves great food, great ale, and they do have rooms available. It is called the Red Dragon Inn. Go ahead and head that way.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Very well. And he holds his hand out.
I give him a silver.
Ooh, amazing. Silver. Thank you very much, sir. If you need anything else, my name is Gregario. I will see you.
Gregario. Good day, Gregario.
Good day to you.
Z, there's going to
All
be
right.
a day where you can't just throw money at things. You know that, right?
And
that day will
you-
never come.
How much exactly do you have?
You don't need to know.
You will run out if you keep spending in this bubble.
Oh, no, he
The
won't.
Darkmoor
That's
family,
not the problem.
the Darkmoor
Well,
family is very invested. Procuring stuff with money will not be an issue.
All
I
right.
stand
But how do you
corrected.
learn?
Ooh,
So the Red Dragon Inn. That
Well,
is
that's it. I suggest we head there.
the direction you have been given. Okay. That is further along, down closer to the docks, since you're in the port city here. Doesn't take very long. All of you are going, I assume.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm
I
going,
am, but
I'm gonna
very
sleep outside the
warily.
place.
You want to sleep outside, but that
Yes,
doesn't
I-
mean you're not going to go inside.
I don't have to go inside if I'm sleeping outside.
Right, but it's still daytime.
Yeah, but I want to kind of see
Do
the
I
town.
Got it.
do I know that he's not going to take a room?
Intelligence, real quick.
All right. Intelligence. I got a 17.
It looks like you may have some difficulty convincing him to sleep indoors.
Okay.
Take that, Bane.
But moving forward, the Red Dragon Inn is not too far away. Doesn't take you guys very long to get down there. And once
Okay.
you go in, it is a more upscale tavern and inn than the Cultured Swine. This is like a step above. Pretty much kind of the same layout. Bar, tables. Over on one side is like a fireplace with people sitting there playing music. It's a more upbeat attitude, upbeat atmosphere inside this tavern.
All right. I guess
See,
the
barbarian
bartender.
can't handle this.
yeah, I'm a little concerned about that as well.
I don't know, Kilgore. How do you feel about it all?
You can all fuck off. Don't pretend you know me.
Barbarian, we didn't mean it as a slight on you, but you tend to use your axe first and then ask questions later.
Only when I'm bothered.
Kilgore, will you at least stay one night and hear out the plan or proposal of how I feel that we should work together?
Since you bailed me out and you didn't have to, I will stay and hear your proposal.
Very good.
Furthermore, Kilgore, is it?
Yes.
I would be interested in perhaps making a deal with you. Whenever you feel roused to anger and have the urge to grab a weapon and perpetrate violence, allow me to buy you a drink instead of that route. What do you
still
say?
do that.
Well, I'm just
No.
saying, it'd be better than him freaking going to town.
Here,
Too
Kilgore,
much
you
ale
seem
makes people go to town.
it's like giving him a Snickers. You're not you unless you've had a Snickers. Here.
It'll all be Heineken Zeros.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, let me put it this way. You're responsible for anything he does after you buy him a bunch of drinks.
I cannot actually. I cannot agree to that. I cannot agree to that.
Then you should take back that deal. I'm not
Can we
going to be
please table
responsible
this
for everything he
discussion?
destroys.
And get into the place. Can we table this discussion for now?
Fair.
Yes.
The faster we're out of this city, the better off we will be.
Still have
Agreed.
to do a favor before I leave the city.
The faster we are out of this city, the better off we will be.
Are you guys going in?
You guys are going in. I'm gonna go look
Oh,
around.
were we
and
not
get
in
some
already? I was just like, I need to keep the barbarian
you're
from
standing
drinking.
right at the door.
Oh, we're standing right at the door, probably blocking people and everything.
Yeah, excuse me.
This
we
is
wanna
not a
get
good
in there,
conversation to be
please.
having at the door. You know what? I'll just waltz in. Let's go right in.
Dragonborn. As much as it affects me badly, we will need your help on this adventure. Please join us.
Nero, at least
I
have
think
some water.
information is going to be more crucial than me coming in and dealing with Leslie, Bane, the one chick that thinks I'm a child, and the Make-A-Wish.
Then can you please stay out of trouble?
No
Nero.
promises. I will see you guys later.
Okay.
Okay.
He's leaving without me talking to him. Okay.
Nero takes off. The rest of you walk in.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
We'll leave it there for the time being.
Oh my god.
Oh my God is
You
right.
are a child, damn it.
This is amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for those of you that came in and joined us for this episode of Dungeons and Dragons on Codex. Guys,
We
good
got out of the
time so
tavern at
far.
least.
Yeah.
But we're in another
Oh.
tavern.
Yeah,
We
you
got
made
out
it
of one
from
tavern.
one
We're
to
back in
another.
another goddamn tavern.
That's amazing.
That's the adventure. We just tavern hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
God.
Yeah.
But things are starting to go in motion. Pieces of
Are they?
information have been given. They are, and axes are getting wet. Ladies and gentlemen,
No axes are getting wet. No axes are getting wet.
no axes were wetted in the making of this episode.
I put the kibosh on that.
The
Mm-mm.
I gotta
Kibosh.
say, this entire scenario, all of this,
It was so much fun.
it just is bringing me back to my college days.
Wow.
Drunken
When your,
fights and
when your axe is
bars,
wet.
axes getting wet. Man, this is bringing me back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back with another episode of Dungeons and Dragons on Codex in 2 weeks. So stick around for that. In the meantime, there's a bunch of awesome stuff that you can check out right there on your favorite live stream platform, or you can find us right here. Kristen, where would that be?
Well, you can find us on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook Live, and all of our merch is on www.thecodexstation.com, where you can get t-shirts, mugs, stickers, and a lot of other awesome stuff. So you'll never miss us.
There you go. Thecodexstation.com, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and head over there. Jamie, this week's sponsor for this awesome episode, who would that be?
Again, it's W Energy. Guys, go to w.gg and get yours today. You guys can even get the sample pack. It comes with 2 and these cool shakers to go along with it. You can also use the keyword Codex, CODE-X at checkout to save yourself 10%. And for more reasons why you should try this product, Sal, give it to them.
All right, you got to try this product because there's no bad aftertaste, there's no jitters, and there's no crash. So it's a good, clean energy drink. Use the keyword, save the 10%, do it.
There you go. W Energy, ladies and gentlemen, w.gg. Use keyword code -X for 10% at checkout. And as Kristen said, we are on all the socials. All you got to do is type in, you guessed it, at the Codex Station to find us on your favorite social media platforms and where we're live streaming right now. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss content like this all the time. Every time. And once again, we have a Patreon. If you so please, it would be awesome and amazing, and we would be super grateful if you decided to be a patron of the Codex Station. Awesome exclusive content only available on patreon.com/the Codex Station for the price of a small or large cup of coffee. Kristen, you have the privilege tonight of taking us out of here. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Well, as always, we thank you so much for coming and joining us. Again, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe on all the platforms so that you don't miss a thing. And as always, we are the Codex Station, and we hope to see you in the next issue.